Hello, I'm Foulplay Gaming and welcome to my first ever Achroma video. Achroma is an exciting 2 to 6 player fantasy card game that is very new but growing by the day. I don't have time in this video to give a full intro, but click the link down below if you wish to learn more about Achroma. This video is the highlights of a Dragons vs Drakes game that me and my wife played on stream. The game itself is really balanced and often looks like it could go either way. Therefore, this video is aimed at those looking to learn to play this game rather than experienced players, as you will find that quite often we explain everything very clearly as to what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what each card does. It's the first video I've created for Achroma. There will be more, so feedback is appreciated, and future videos will be much shorter too, as there'll be less explaining to do. Lastly, please note that the music you're hearing right now and throughout the highlights of the stream has been created by the creators of the game themselves. If you wish to hear the full lo-fi of Curdle Hill, you can check it down in the link below. Make sure you give them a subscribe for future content as well. Can we see Darnacusk against Tenebris? Yes, absolutely.
So are you playing Dark or am I playing Dark?
I will let you choose, Ria. Do you want to play Dragons or do you want to play Drakes?
I'll play Dragons.
Yeah, you have
Dragons again.
So again,
I want to win.
So far, me and Ria have played 3 games of Dragons versus Drakes, and so far Dragons have always won. Yeah, we're going to do Dragons versus Drakes. Ria is going to play the Dragon deck. I have given it a shuffle, but feel free to do a bit more yourself. Or if you don't shuffle, you can then blame me.
I trust you. Chill recommends that Drakes should go first versus Dragons, and to be fair, when we played Drakes versus Dragons before, the Dragons always went first.
Okay.
So maybe that is.
Okay, we'll go with me going first then. Anyway.
I thought you shuffled these.
If you want to, I mean, I did shuffle them really well. If you want to quickly put those back and reshuffle, then do.
No, it's fine.
You're gonna play it?
It's fine, but if I lose, I'll blame your shuffling. Okay,
so I'm gonna go first then. Again, I'm gonna talk through everything that I'm doing because I appreciate we've had some new people in. My turn starts with either choosing to draw or trade. Again, as a reminder, drawing is draw a card. Trading is sacrificing a card in my hand to gain life points. So let's have a little read through my card to decide what I actually want to do. Okay, I am going to, oh sorry, I've got to draw or trade, haven't I? I'm going to start, I'm going to trade this card. So this is a card here called Search for Wisdom. Now, what this does, I'll read it out. I get to draw 3 cards, keep one of them, trade one of them, and give one to another player. Now, we've played with this before, and what we discussed the other day is when you're playing a 2-player game, this probably is not a card you want to play because I get to, I have to give a card to another player. In a 2-player game, the first player skips draw trade. I completely forgot about that. Well, it's fine, I won't do it.
I didn't know that.
You know what, I have read that before, but I completely forgot. So thank Sheriff O Nothing, you're sheriffing our game, and that's actually a good thing. So yes, okay, so I can't trade that anyway.
When?
I mean, yeah, so I can't trade that. What I'm going to do instead then is skip the draw trade and go to the attack phase. So we go to my, I can't attack, so we'll go to deploy. Ha! In the deploy phase, I'm just going to repeat myself because it's a new game. I get to choose up to 3 cards to deploy at the cost of my health. I'm going to start by playing Rock. Rock is a cool little burb character. You can see by the coloured hexes in the middle that he's going to cost 2 to play. So I'm going to place him down and take 2 of my health away. His ability, just to be aware, is Rock must attack a character every turn if possible. So I can't not attack if he's able to. Yep, I'm also going to spend another 4 to play Umbra Igneous.
Oh no.
Now he's a card I played in the last game as well. He cost me 4 to play. His ability is whenever Igneous attacks, I get to erase the location, and he is a steel 1. With that, I end my deploy phase and go to my resolve phase. Again, because it's the first turn of a first game, the way the resolve phase works is you look at the top right corner of every card you have on your board, and you look for the number and the symbol. Each of my cards has a +/-1, which means I get to steal 2 life points from Ria.
Not right now, because I haven't played yet.
Oh yeah, it's the first turn. Well remembered. Well remembered. Well remembered. In which case, yeah, that is the end of. Oh no, I get to draw or trade at the end, and that's when I'm going to trade that Search of Wisdom card to gain 4 back, and end my turn. Yeah, I need to remember that. First player can't draw or trade, and you can't steal on the first turn. I need to remember that.
Right, well, I can draw or trade on my
You can,
now.
yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna draw. Nice, okay. Next would be the attack phase, but I don't have anything else, so I can't actually attack. Now is the deploy. Deploy! And I can deploy a maximum of 3 cards per turn.
What you can do?
To deploy that, which will cost me 3. Comes with an action. Choose another player. Draw a card for each character on their canvas.
Oh,
you
nice!
Have 2 characters in your canvas, therefore I will be drawing 2 cards. Mine!
That's a good card.
And what does your Umbra Igneous do?
Whenever I attack, I erase a location.
Oh, okay then. Well, and the rock has to attack if it is able.
Yeah, so I will be attacking with Rock next turn, if he's able to, yeah.
Okay.
See, where 20 of my community members are coming to my town and we're doing activities. We'll probably play some Achroma, to be honest.
I'm going to deploy that as well.
Yep.
Which costs me 3. Yep. I can draw a card with that too.
Nice.
I see. Okay. And now I have 1 more card that I can deploy during this phase. And I want to clarify something because I cannot remember. So yours, obviously, that has just a thing there that says whenever it erases, whenever it attacks, it can erase something. This says action. Does that mean that I can only do that?
Yeah. So actions mean when you play the card, you do the action there and then, and it's a one-off use.
Right, okay.
If the ability doesn't say the word action in front of it, it means it is a kind of a passive, it happens every time.
Yeah. Commands.
But in the meantime, you'll probably learn through watching, but to save me repeating myself a lot, there's loads of links there. But nice to see you.
So I also deployed the Draco Hatchling as well, which is this really cute little dragon.
Look how cute he is!
Anyway, right, so that's the deploy phase done for me. Now it is the resolve phase.
I can put on headphones if that makes you feel better.
So I can +1 and +1, and I'm going to trade for this last one as well, and I trade. I will trade this object of power for 3.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Awesome. So it's now starting my turn then, guys. So again, I'm going to talk through it so you guys can understand. So this is mine and Ria's life points, by the way, our shards. So you can see I currently have 8, Ria has 8. The basic idea of this game is that you win by either getting up to 30 or draining your enemy to 0. So at the start of my turn, I firstly get to choose to either draw a card from my deck, or I can do what's called trading. Trading is you get to sacrifice one of the cards in your hand into your discard pile, and you gain life based on how much the card costs. For example, this card, I'm just going to show it here briefly, costs 3. You can tell because it has 3 little 3 of these 6 things coloured in. If I wanted to, I could trade that, and I would gain 3 health back. So I get to choose if I want to draw or trade. I am personally going to choose to...
He's gonna surrender and let me win. Yay!
I am going to choose to trade.
That's not.
So I'm going to place this card down. It normally costs 2, so I get to gain 2. For those that, I know there are people in the stream that play Achroma, so just to show you what card I decided to trade, I decided to trade Ritualistic Notion, which if I was to place this, it essentially just forces Ria to erase a character or location. You would have got to choose though.
Oh, but you traded it. Oh,
I traded it. Because after I've done the draw or trade phase, I then move to the attack phase, which is interesting because this is the first attack phase we've actually been able to attack in this stream. So how the attack phase works,
don't fucking touch me,
is so I get, because I'm the attacker, I get to assign who's attacking who. Now you can't see it very well on the stream, but in the middle of each of these little hexagons is a number. See, this one has 4. That is how much damage that character does, as well as its health. It's kind of the same. Attack and health is the same based on that number. I get to choose who I attack, and I'll talk about how the damage resolves shortly. So firstly,
I just realised I did something wrong in my turn. Not that it
Bit
was
like
like
Magic,
a,
yeah.
not that it was against the rules. I just mean that I've done something that
You should have done.
Yeah, from a tactical
Fair enough.
perspective.
Learning point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start by using my Umbra Igneous. I'm going to attack your Minima Draco.
That's really rude.
Yeah.
That'll kill him.
Now, just to kind of tell you about how... now, Rhea doesn't have one of these, but I wanted you to... should have kept the hatchling at home.
Yeah, I know. That's literally what I was just thinking. I was like, oh no, why did I do that?
Yeah, because now my rock can kill him.
Yeah.
So just to kind of explain to you how this... something that could happen. Rhea hasn't got any of these on the board, but there is a... on the back of this card, see it says Protection? So you can get characters that have what's called Protection. Protection means that if I was to attack this character, let's say this character had Protection, Rhea could actually then decide, no, Charlie, this character is going to protect that one, you're attacking him. Now, unfortunately, Rhea doesn't have Protection, which means that I get to choose exactly who I'm attacking. So yes, I'm going to use this card to attack this one. Let's resolve that combat first. So really nice and simple. I have 4 health, 4 damage. Rhea has 3 health, 3 damage. So that means that obviously Rhea's card is going to die. However, that card has still done the damage to this. So where this had 4 health, Rhea's does 3 damage. This card now only has 1 health. So if I wanted to, so he has 1 health now. However, be aware that will regain at the end of my turn. I am now going to choose to attack with my rock because he has to, because the ability on this card says rock must attack every turn if possible. Thankfully, the mistake Rhea made was this character here is a 3 character. Mine is only a 2. So if I was forced to attack this one, I would have actually died. But because she played this one last turn, and this little guy, little guy in the egg, only has 1 health, I will choose to attack the Draco hatchling, which will also kill him.
I was thinking from a perspective of gaining more shards as opposed to killing his characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was rip. That was my idea.
So that is the end of the attack phase. Now, just to be very clear, on the attack phase, you don't have to attack. This particular card that I said has an ability that says I have to attack. Fair enough. This guy always has to. But I didn't actually have to attack with this one. So if you were ever in a situation where the characters that you have on the board are worse than your opponents, meaning you're gonna die, you don't have to choose to attack. Likelihood is your enemy is gonna kill them on the next turn anyway, but you don't have to attack. Anyway, so that's my attack phase done. After an attack phase, you move to what's called the deploy phase. During the deploy phase, you can play up to 3 cards from your hand onto your canvas. Each card is going to cost you hit points, so you do have limitations of how many you play. I only have 1 card in my hand, but I am going to play it. It is Umbra Aqueous. Umbra Aqueous.
Ooh.
So this is a really cool card. Firstly, it costs 3 to play. So that's 3 of my life gone.
Man, you shuffled them so good. Whenever I play the Drakes, I always just get locations. Locations and actions over and over and over again.
So the ability that this one has, I'll read it out, is when this card attacks and successfully erases another character, I will gain the erased character shards. So obviously I can't attack it. I can't attack again until my next turn. But for future reference, if this card was to attack this guy and kill it, which costs 3, I would actually get to gain 3 shards. So he's a really cool card. However, that is the end of my deploy phase. So it now moves on to what's called the resolve phase. I know this sounds really complicated, by the way, all these phases, but when you buy this game, it comes with this really good card which explains during your turn. It's got 5 phases. So we're now on to the resolve phase. Really simple in the resolve phase. What you do is you look at each of the cards that you've got deployed, not the cards in your hand. Each card has a number and a symbol top right. Again, I know it's a little bit fuzzy, but you can see this one, it has a plus or minus 1. Put simply, if it says plus and then a number, you gain that many shards. If it says minus then a number, you erase that many shards from an opponent of your choice. If it has a plus and a minus, it means you steal those life points, so they lose them, I gain them. And if it has a block symbol, it means that you are able to block some stealing. So in my resolve phase, this character has a +or-1, which means I get to -1 from Rhea and gain it to me.
Fuck you.
This one also has a +or-1, so I -1 from Rhea, +1 to me.
Fuck you.
And this one has a -2, so I -2 from Rhea.
Fuck you.
Now, keep in mind, for those that are new to this game, not only is that really important because, you know, I've got Rhea closer to 0 where I win, at the start of her turn, she now only has 4 shards, forcing her to do a trade rather than draw to keep her in the game. Anyway, at the end of my turn, the last phase is draw/trade. So I get to choose, do I draw a card or trade to get more shards? I don't actually have a card, so I'm going to choose to draw. And that ends my overall turn. That's a detailed version of a turn. We're going to speed it up a little bit now. Just a little bit. Well, not necessarily speed up, but we're not going to talk through absolutely everything. It's now Rhea's turn.
Okay, I'm going to trade.
Yep.
I'm going to trade that for 3. Now we move on to the attack phase. I am...
If I was you, you can't kill this.
No.
You could kill that and survive. Or if you attacked this, we'd cancel each other out. But this doesn't really do much for you because you don't gain anything from it. Whereas this is a really powerful card because it means that when I attack you, I can gain shards. So I would cancel that out personally, but that's just me. You know, I personally can't see a reason why you wouldn't attack me, but I'm just speaking out loud.
I will attack them.
Yeah, so attack him, and again, just to be clear, this card has got 3 attack, 3 defense. This card has 2 attack, 2 offense, which means technically you're down to 1 health, but that refreshes at the end of your turn anyway. This card is dead.
Okay, so now I move on to my deploy. Play this for 2.
Yeah, let's just pop him up to the camera so people can see. Look at the cute little dragon. Draco Wolf. Do you want to read it? Do you want to read out the card for stream?
If you have another dragon character on your canvas, draw a card.
Okay, so you get a free card draw. Nice.
Yeah. I'm still on the deploy, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you've attacked. You're still on deploy. You've got 2 cards you could play technically, but you've only got 5 shards right now.
Play this. Cost me 1.
Again, I'm just going to show him.
Thank you.
Look how cute he is, little Draco fledgling. And do you want to read him out?
Action. +1 shard for each other dragon character on your canvas. I have 2 others, so I gain 2.
Nice.
One thing that I would like to know, actually, is obviously you can play an action card at any point during your turn.
Yep.
Do you explicitly have to end it with a drawing trade, or can you play an action after you've done that?
It's in between the draw and trades. Wait, you can play after? So Rhea can choose to draw/trade, but then does your turn end when you kind of declare it's over, sort of thing? Okay.
Bruh.
I stand corrected. Fair enough.
Bruh.
Again, for those that are new to the for those that have come in the stream recently, like Esme, Levi, Raven, I should say I'm very, very grateful. Chillmania in the chat is actually one of the creators of the game. They very kindly have come to watch the stream today. So how great is it having a creator to literally tell us how the game works?
Well,
another level of tactics. Yeah, because you can play an action. Yeah. So I guess the whole point is you can end your turn by trading so that you have more points to do an action. Okay. Yeah, it's very convenient, isn't it, Raven?
Okay, I'm going to deploy. This is my last card that I can deploy.
Is it an action? You can't deploy a location, though.
Can I not?
No, you can only deploy characters, locations, and objects during the deploy phase.
I'm still in the deploy phase. I haven't resolved.
Oh, sorry, because you were talking about the action. I thought you'd already ended. My apologies. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm deploying that, and it will cost me 3. And then that is the end of my deployment phase. I now resolve, which is, that 3.
Just quickly as well, just because I like to show every card to the stream. So this is a location called Monastery Nest. It cost her 3. It has no actions, but the important thing is up here, +3. It's a really powerful way of her getting extra points.
I'm going to do something that is potentially quite controversial to the Achroma players here. But I'm going to be trading this object of power for 3.
So again, that's quite a it's a rare card. It's called Jade Dragon Pendant. It is a object of power, meaning it's like an item that like you give to your characters. And the ability is when this card is erased, return it to your hand. Now, how objects work, by the way, considering that we've now had combat, I will explain it. If Rhea had have chosen this object and let's say given it to this dragon, in the middle of this object, see it has a number 3? That means that now that object is attached to that character, it effectively has 3+1. So it has 4 attack and 4 defense. And what's nice as well is if I was to attack a character with that object, it destroys the object before the character. So if I only had 3 damage, I can destroy that, but not destroy the dragon. But anyway, Rhea's decided to trade that.
So that, if it were to be erased whilst on the canvas, it would just go to
that
my
keeps
hand
going back to your hand,
instead
yeah.
of going to the
Yeah.
repel. And then I'm going to end my turn by playing this action.
Oh, damn.
Which will cost me 4.
Yep.
And it is Dragon Defenses. Erase up to 2 drakes. And I'm afraid
damn.
that your 2 drakes are going to be fucking off out of there.
Now, I'll say that there might be the move that has won Rhea the game. Obviously, no, I'm not saying the game is over, but the reason I'll say that, the reason why this is so important is now I'm at a stage where I've got no one out. Now, notice I've only got 9 shards. It's quite difficult for me with this particular deck to gain shards without trading really good ones. So I'm going to struggle now to actually get a lot out, whilst defending against Rhea, and she's going to be gaining quite. So that's yeah. I was definitely in the lead. Rhea's definitely just pulled that back, but that's not necessarily one deck being more powerful than the other. That was just a really good play from Rhea's pot. So well done. All right, my turn then. So I am going to start by drawing then, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to start by drawing. My attack phase, I can do nothing because I've got nothing to attack now. In my deploy phase, I am going to... I've got a question for Chill, actually. So I picked up this card, Ritual of Knowledge, and it says sacrifice, draw 2 cards. Because it doesn't say specifically sacrifice another player, does that mean that I choose this card would be me sacrificing my own
yourself,
card?
Yeah. Sacrifices when you erase one of
Oh yeah, erase
cards.
card from your canvas. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have anything.
Yeah, so I couldn't play that. Yeah, absolutely. Just double checking. Right. So in which case, in my deploy phase, I will put down this location. So it's another. I'm picking up a lot of my golds.
It's so pretty.
Achroma. What's that called? Balenium. If I'm saying that correctly.
Can I see it?
I'm probably destroying that name.
Achrombalenium.
Achrombalenium. So it's going to cost me 5 to play. It's quite an expensive card. It's got a really good ability. I mean, it doesn't really help me much right now, but all of my characters that have a black triangle will get protection from the other monsters, meaning I can basically choose who she attacks. So it's cool, but
it's a very good location if you've got your.
If I had the other 2 up, yeah,
that would have sealed the deal basically.
Yeah.
If you'd have.
And I'm going to kind of talk through my strategy. The main reason I'm getting that down now is because that's a -2. It's a very much a push and pull game. I'm aware right now that at this point in time, at the end of every one of Rhea's turns, not taking into consideration any changes she makes, currently these 3 characters don't actually gain her anything. This gains her 3. This minuses 2. So I'm now thinking in my head that at this point in time, if I hadn't have played this, then with each passing turn, Rhea would be gaining 3, I'd be gaining nothing. At least with this, she's now only gaining 1. So I'm trying to kind of damage control a little bit. So that is my deploy phase. Now go to my resolve phase, which will be a -2 to Rhea. And I am going to end my turn by drawing. You know what? Cool. This is going to be risky, folks. So apparently I can do this.
Did you just get an action?
I did get an action. I'm going to play this before I end my turn. So this is actually one that I traded in the previous game, Ritualistic Notion. It cost me 2. So admittedly, I'm down to 2 shards. I'm close to dying here. Because I've still got use out of that. I'm going to sacrifice that as my only card. And yeah, I'm going to get rid of your location. Because now, again, talking about that kind of net gain and loss, even though Rhea's got more characters out, those characters are not gaining her any stats. So right now, we're actually in a bit of an even Stevens where neither of us are gaining or losing anything. And I've left Rhea at the start of her turn with 3 shards. with no way of gaining apart from trading. So,
those bastard Achroma drakes.
and with that, I end my turn.
All right. Well, I will draw a card because I have nothing. Okay. I am not gonna do anything. I can't attack. I am not going to deploy either.
Okay.
I cannot resolve because there's nothing here that would actually give me anything. So what I'm gonna do, so this will end my turn, but I will draw a card now.
Okay. I am gonna start by drawing. I can't attack. In my deploy phase, I am not going to do anything. In my resolve phase, I've got nothing to resolve. Yeah, I've got a really chilled turn as well. I've got nothing to resolve. I'm going to end by yes, I am. And that is my turn over.
I can't attack. There's nothing for me to attack. We go to the deploy phase. I'm going to deploy my little Draco fledgling, this little cutie.
Another one of those,
He's
yeah.
gonna go out there. He costs me 1, but the action, I get +1 shard for each other dragon character on my canvas. I have 3 others, so I gain 3. Did I just go 1, 2?
Yeah, you were
So
on 2, yeah.
Yeah, okay, just making sure. We then go to the resolve phase. Oh wait, actually no, we're still in the deploy. I am going to place this on...
An object of power?
Yep, I'm going to place an object of power. I should really show you it, actually.
What's that called? Ring of... Oh, and it burns,
Ring
burns,
of fire.
burns. The ring of
An
fire.
Orion ring imbued with the breath of a flame dragon. Isn't that nice? It cost me 3. So now I'm down to 2 as well. And that will go underneath my Liquitio Draco. Which then leads us to the resolve phase. And I get to steal 1 point from you.
Nice. I'm down to 1 point.
And now I will...
Imagine if you had an action for cost 2.
Can you imagine?
They just steal 1.
Can you imagine? And I'm going to
Trade
for another one.
Get back to the game. My turn. Right at the top of my turn, I am going to actually trade. Now, I hate to do it because this card was so powerful for me last turn, but I'm actually going to trade Prying Eyes. For those who didn't see the last game, this is a very powerful card where if I was to play this, I'd get to look at Rhea's hand, choose a card, and play it on my canvas for free. However, she hasn't actually got any cards in her hand. Not very useful, but for me, that gives me 5 points, which I need. So just quickly, it's my turn. I can't attack. However, in my deploy phase, I'm going to play... this is the card that turned the game around for Rhea. Might just turn it around me a little bit. So mine is my version of that card. It's called Drake Ambush. It does cost me 4 points, which puts me down to 2 health, which isn't ideal. But I get to erase up to 2 dragons. I'm going to choose this dragon because that means... I can.
Can you? Because that... Oh, wait, no, that only defends and attacks, doesn't it?
That only defends and attacks, and because
Right.
I'm erasing that dragon, correct me if I'm wrong, the item also dies with it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chill, but I believe if I erase that dragon, it also erases that. Yes, if it was an attack, then yes, I'd have to defeat that first. You are correct,
Imagine dragons. Now imagine erasing them.
So, yep, I am going to erase that dragon.
And as well as
And
the item.
you know what? These 2 cute little bros, I can't.
They're too cute.
They're too cute. I can't separate the siblings, so I'll erase that one.
So you'll
I'll erase the more powerful
one.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Would pose more of a threat.
But I'm doing it more for the lore reasons, you know.
Of course, you just don't want to. You know, I mean, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah. And that is my deploy phase done. My resolve phase, I've got nothing to resolve. I'm going to end my turn by trading to gain myself just a little bit of extra help. And that, with no cards on my canvas and no cards in my hand and only 4 points, I end my turn.
This is pretty damn neck
This
and
actually
neck,
has
isn't
been
it?
quite
This
a close
is actually
game.
the closest game that we've had.
It is actually,
well,
yeah.
I will draw because what the fuck else am I going to do?
All right, we're going to do Rhea.
Well, I can't attack. I'm now in my deploy phase, so I'm a deploy. I'm a deploy a location. How dare you? Don't you dare lock on me. It will cost me 2.
Yep.
Action, research 1. I can look at the top card of my palette. Okay. I will then go to my resolve phase, which I get to steal from Charlie.
Yeah, I was going to know that's now not good for me, considering I'm so low on shards. The fact that Rhea's now got a way to steal from me, I have to get that location off the board or kill her soon, or she is going to bleed me dry.
And I have nothing in my hand, so I cannot draw. So I cannot trade. So I will draw.
And technically, you could still play if that was an action. So is that your turn?
No. Yes, it is my turn. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to start my turn by drawing because I haven't got anything to trade.
I just want to don't look at stream. I just want to show.
Yeah.
This is what I just drew.
I'm sure Chill can tell me if there's a good card.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've drawn. This is going to be a very quick turn for me. I can't attack. I am not going to deploy. I have nothing to resolve. So I'm going to end my turn by drawing again.
Okay. And now it's back to me. So I will draw.
But I quite like it when some turns be like that, because like sometimes this game can feel quite slow when like you've got loads of things to do in one turn, and then all of a sudden you can have a burst of like 3 or 4 turns in a row that go through really quickly. But you know, the reason why that's happening in this game is because me and Rhea have both played so well. We've both managed to clear our boards quite well, but not gain shots. We're now both drowning and just grasping for air whilst also trying to shove the other one down a bit further.
Okay, I'm going to play an action.
Yep.
Strength in numbers. It will cost me 2.
Yeah. So this is a really cool card. So yeah, it costs Rhea 2. Really cool looking card. I kind of love the look of it. And yeah, she gains 2 shards for every dragon currently on her canvas.
I have 2, so I gain 4. That ends my. I'm not going to deploy anything.
But you resolve.
I can resolve now, so I will steal 1 from you.
No!
Now I will draw, and then that will end my turn.
Cool. All right, I'm going to do my game. Welcome in, Cam. Good to see you. I'm going to do my go pretty quickly. So I'm going to start my turn by drawing. Oh, that's really bad hand. Although I'm just going to show you this to stream. Chill, I'd like to feedback that I would like a commission. I'd like you to commission me to. I've made some new artwork for you. I call him Draclaw.
I wasn't going to look at stream, but when you said
That's
that,
fine.
I had to.
So what I'm going to do, so it's now my it's my attack phase, but I've got nothing to attack with. It's my deploy phase now. I am going to spend 1 shard, so I'm down to 1 health now to deploy my Malleum Drake, and that's the end of my resolve phase. So just quickly, I'm going to end my turn by trading my Achroma Claw to gain 2 more. So your turn. Have you drawn or did you trade?
I just drew.
Yep. So now you're in attack phase.
Now I'm in the attack phase.
Oh, I didn't do my resolve.
Didn't do your resolve?
I didn't do my resolve. I didn't -1 from you from that. Sorry.
Mother. Okay.
How you doing, by the way, Cap? Long time no see.
Which health does that have? Just 1.
Literally just 1. If you want to attack it with, if you wanted to attack it with one of your little blue dragons, it would be a tit for tat. So Rhea's now in her attack phase. So what she's doing is she's attacking these 2. Again, I appreciate you guys can't really see it, but there is a number in the middle of that hexagon. Mine says 1. Rhea says 1. That means that each of these characters has 1 attack, 1 defense. So when Rhea attacks me with this, they both do damage to each other. They cancel each other out. Now that might seem like a weird move. You might think, well, why would Rhea do that? The 2 characters that she's got here, in the top right, they don't gain her anything. My character has a -1. What that means, for those that have been following along, during the resolve phases, this card actually does something. During the resolve phases for Rhea, these cards are basically fodder. They're essentially useless apart from their initial action that came out. So for Rhea, how that was beneficial is the net, like per turn, the net gain and loss now of our points is Rhea's now winning us slightly more from that.
That ends my attack phase, so we now go on to deploy. I'm going to play this guy. Cost me 2.
I'm just gonna show him to the camera.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen this character.
So Ruba Draco, he has cost Rhea 2 shards to play, and he doesn't have any abilities. During the resolve phase, he is a +2.
He's chunky, but
Chomp boy.
he knows it, which makes it
He owns it.
cuter. Exactly. Okay, that will end my deploy phase. We now go into the resolve. So I gain 2, and I also steal 1 from you. And now I will choose to draw or trade, and I will.
So at the to repeat, at the start of my turn, I can either draw or trade. I'm going to choose to draw. So after that, I then move to my attack phase. During the attack phase, if I had any characters out, I could choose to attack Ria's characters. I do not have any characters out, so therefore I skip my attack phase. What did you do to Declaw? I traded him, he's gone. Then move on to what's called the deploy phase. During the deploy phase, you can play up to 3 cards from your hand using your shards. Now, unfortunately, I'm down to such low shards that I am not in a position to, I can't afford to play a card in my hand, so therefore I will not be doing that, so I'll be skipping my deploy phase.
Interesting.
You then move on to what's called the resolve phase, where you look at the top right of each of your cards and you do that action. Now, I don't have any, so my resolve phase is nothing, but just to be really, if it was Ria's turn right now, Ria's resolve phase, that card says +2, so Ria would gain 2. That one is nothing. And this one is steal 1, meaning she'd gain 1 and I'd lose 1. But it's my resolve phase, so nothing gets resolved. And then to finish your turn, you get to again draw or trade. I am going to trade this card, which is worth 2, to end, which will end my turn by having 4. So my turn was a bit of an admin turn. I've been able to draw a card, which actually is quite a nice card. And I was able to get myself some points. And now I hand over to Ria for her turn.
It's me.
Yeah, I was really close. I was really close. Speaking of which, just to explain what's happened there, I kind of finished my turn during that. That's what we're gonna get to. We've been explaining a lot during the stream because a lot of people are new, but we are also now starting to speed up our games. What I did there was I deployed Draco Graveyard. It cost me 2. The action means nothing. I then resolved, which -1 from you. That's why you had 1 less.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I then ended by trading that to gain 3 extra. It's now your turn.
Okie dokie. Well. I'm gonna draw. Okay, so I've drawn. We now move on to the attack phase, but I sadly cannot attack. Oh no.
You know, a lot of you are new. So in this, the game that we've bought is a preset amount of cards. There is 6 decks in total. So there's another deck. There are 6 decks. Each deck is different in a different way. So, you know, what I'm trying to say is me and Ria could, you know, mix up which decks we're playing with. We can even make our own decks. So there is lots of replayability.
I do have a question for Chill. Actually, well, Charlie, you might be able to answer this.
You're gone.
Because you've actually read it. I've just played this.
Let's just put him up to the camera. Oh, that's your legendaries.
It is my legendary.
So it costs 6.
Yes, I've already subtracted that.
It says +1 for each of your dragons.
Now, the question that I want to ask is, do I do that as soon as I put it down? Because obviously that is something that I do every single thing. So that's only in the resolve phase.
As a learning point, I know that it's really hard for you guys to read this. See, it says the word action there, folks. So if it has the word action on the card, it means you do it as you play it, and it's a one-off thing. So there is an action on this card that says draw 3 cards.
Which
so you may draw 3 cards now. The other bit that this card says is +1 for each of your dragons. What that means is during your resolve phase, on every one of your resolve phases, whilst you have this card out, you get an extra 1 per dragon. So this is currently worth 2 for every resolve phase you do.
Okay, sorry. I have also just deployed the Materno, which is the first time we've seen this card.
Oh, shiny.
So cute. It kind of looks like an otter.
Does kind of look like a dragon otter, doesn't it?
Yeah. And he cost me 3 shards. And he has a special ability, which is all characters on your canvas with a shard value of 2 or less, so these guys, will get protection, which means that if Charlie were to attack them, So I'm now in my resolve phase.
In your resolve phase? Yeah,
yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I get +2. This guy, I get +1 for each of your dragons, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that count? Because it doesn't say it doesn't.
It doesn't say each of your others. Yeah,
because that says +1 for each other dragon.
Yep, I would imagine that includes that one.
Okay, so that's
I'm sure Chill will tell us
+4.
if we're wrong, but yes, that will include himself.
So I was at 1. I just did that, so I get +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move on to that one. That one doesn't do anything. That one gives me +2. 1, 2. This one lets me steal 1, 1, 1, and this one gives me +3.
So it looks like at this point in time, for ages, it's looked as if it was going to be a case of who was going to get down to 0 first. Ria's suddenly jumped to 13 points, and she's gonna.
And that will be the end of my turn for you.
She's gonna start gaining regularly. She might actually win this game just by getting to 30, because I can't get things down to stop her. All right, my turn then. I'm gonna start by drawing because I actually have no cards in my hand right now. My attack phase is nothing because I can't attack. My deploy phase, you know what? You don't have any way. You only have a little bit of stealing. I'm gonna risk it for a chocolate biscuit. I'm gonna try my best to damage control. I'm going to play this location called Floating Wasteland. It costs me 3. Choose a player. They must discard a random card. So can you fan your cards out for me? I'm going to discard the middle one. Let's see what we discarded. We discarded... Oh, that's a nice card. That was a Ignis, a 4-cost character. Yeah, quite a powerful card. So discarded. No, so I deployed that. I'm now going to resolve. My resolve is -1 for each card, so I'm going to bring Ria down to 11. Not really going to do much at the moment. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing because I don't have anything I can trade. No worries. Again, apparently from the community have said the sweet spot is just 3 people.
Okay, so I cannot attack.
Yep.
Therefore, we move on to the deploy phase. And I am going to... First of all, deploy this.
You're so cute.
You're adorable. Action, all other players must discard a card from their hand. Sorry, Charlie, you know that card you just picked up? Yeah, also that cost me 3. Okay. I will deploy this guy.
Aw.
Draco Whelp.
By the way, there is no limit to how many cards you can play, by the way, just to be aware.
As in, how many cards you can have on your canvas. You can only play 3 on the turn.
Yes, sorry, yeah, only 3 per turn, but you can have as many on your canvas, yeah.
That costs me 2. If I have another dragon character on my canvas, I can draw a card, therefore I shall. Okay, so...
Rika is getting so powerful.
Okay.
I feel like the dragon decks are very slow at the beginning, but the longer the dragons survive, the more powerful they become in the day.
Yeah.
This one, this deck I've been playing is very much a steely deck. I feel like if you're going to win with these, you need to win early, which I almost did.
Yeah, I'm going to play this action now. Strength in numbers again.
Strength in numbers, yeah, so that's going to give Ria...
Cost me 2.
So, yeah, go on, read it out again.
So, strength in numbers, +2 for each dragon character on your canvas.
Oh, damn.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
She's gaining 12 points. Nice.
So, I just did the -2, so now I do 12. So, 1, 12. That goes there. We now move on to the resolve phase.
Yes, now you get some more. This could even be a win now.
Okay, so, +1.
Yeah, 1 for that one.
+2.
For that one. This one is +1 for every dragon you have.
3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That one is nothing.
That one is +2.
That one's +2.
That one is steal 1. Oh, Charlie, I won.
Hey! Well done. Well done.
Woo!
Well, there we go. So you can see the power of that. Like, you know, only I think 3 turns ago, Ria was on like 3 shards and had barely anything out.
This is so strong for when you have a lot of dragons out.
That was brilliant.
Is the most, and also, I mean, that's the first time I've been able to play a legendary.
Yeah, that was a great card. Well done, Ria. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, she got coronavirus.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that game. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more Achroma games, and feel free to suggest down below in the comments about any decks you'd like to see us trying. We currently have the full array of cards. Thank you very much. I've been Fairplay Gaming. As always, stay wholesome.